Hey, is your grill nasty? Is it missing some parts? Do you need a new grill? Well, give Dan the Grill Man a call. He is literally the best grill maintenance company on the Emerald Coast. Literally. Look him up on Facebook.com/Fresh and Clean Grill. That's Dan the Grill Man. Literally the best. Hey, is your grill nasty? Is it missing some parts? Do you need a new grill? Well, give Dan the Grill Man a call. He is literally the best grill maintenance company on the Emerald Coast. Literally. Look him up on Facebook.com/Fresh and Clean Grill. That's Dan the Grill Man. Literally the best. Hey, is your grill nasty? Is it missing some parts?
You are so awesome.
Night.
Hey guys, welcome to the Driveway Liberty Podcast. First look of the week for our Patreon subscribers. If you're lucky enough to have gotten a notification and you're not a Patreon subscriber, that's because I'm exhausted and I made it so. So you ought to go ahead and become a Patreon subscriber since you're getting a sneak peek into what they see every Sunday. I'm sitting here with my good friends Travis and Dan. To my left at the table here is Dan Manichero. How you doing, Dan?
Cold.
Dude.
It's chilly out right now.
Yes.
We're half in the driveway, half in the garage, and it's like 40 degrees or something like that here.
Yeah. You gotta suffer for your art, man. That's what we're doing.
That's true.
Suffering for the art that is the Driveway Liberty
I told
Podcast.
someone recently we probably should have had a second meeting about where we're actually going to film it, because there's like 4 times a year that we film it. It actually feels good.
Right? Yeah.
It's either too hot or too cold.
Well, we're only about 100 Patreon subscribers away from being able to rent a studio.
Oh,
So
we're
Get
almost
to
there.
work, people. Get to
not the
work.
$5 sponsors, though. That won't get us there. We need some of them 50, 75, and hundos. But across the table from me, who you've already heard speak, is my good friend Travis Horn. What's up, T-Rav?
What's going on? So, a little bit different schedule this week, going live Monday,
Yep.
mañana,
Thanksgiving week.
or today if you're not a Patreon subscriber and you're listening later. We'll have our Thanksgiving special. I don't think it's going to be... We'll just talk about some Thanksgiving stuff.
Yeah.
Hand out some jive turkeys. Ooh, I've got a surprise jive turkey to hand out tomorrow.
Okay. I look
I
forward to
think we're
that.
going to be surprised. So,
All right.
be interesting.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that. We're going to do drive turkeys, and then we're going to get all a little mushy and talk about what we're thankful for.
Yeah.
Are you thankful that Trump's back on Twitter? That shit's about to be lit.
He's on, but he actually put a truth out on Truth Social that said, don't really see the reasoning for going back there. So
He
whether
will
he
when the
does,
campaign kicks.
Yeah, when it gets hot and heavy. he
Right.
will. But apparently, here's his quote: "Truth Social has been a very, very powerful and very, very strong, and I'll be staying there. But I hear we're getting a big vote to also go back on Twitter. I don't see it because I don't see any reason for it."
Well, that would be mistake number one, because Truth Social is shit. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he owns it.
is the
yeah.
ultimate,
Well, no, I get his dedication.
Right,
I
yeah.
understand
but
his
it's the
dedication.
ultimate echo chamber. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
there's nobody on there that is a dissenting voice. Occasionally, you just got some, people on there just to harass people. But
Right.
there's no legitimate public figures that are going to give you a counter argument
Right.
on Truth Social. So I guess the poll was 51.8 yes and 48.2 no.
It was like, what, 15 million votes?
15,085,458 votes. In, was it 24 hours? Maybe 48 hours?
48. I think it was 48.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, your boy, the Grim Reaper, we were talking about him on the air. He put out a poll, should he be indicted? Well, guess who follows that dude?
Just all the
A
leftists.
bunch of woke-ass leftists who follows him, for one. And he's an attorney. He should know what qualifies for somebody to be indicted. And he should also be aware that there's nothing out there to indict Trump on.
If they had anything to indict him on, he would have been indicted the second they had it.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Over the past, since 2015?
Yeah.
Over the past 7 years, if they had anything, they would have indicted him already.
Well, and Project Veritas is back.
Yep.
Babylon Bee's
B.
back.
Yep.
Jordan Peterson's back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
So, kind of
No Alex Jones, though.
Yeah.
He said, Elon said specifically no. When somebody said Alex Jones, he said no. And then there was a whole shit ton of backlash.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, whether you're an Alex Jones fan or not, my argument is let everybody tell you who they are. And
Well, when Elon bought it, he's like, look, we're for free speech, but
Not for free reach. Yeah.
yeah.
which, to me, you're limiting someone's reach is the same as limiting their speech.
Right.
If somebody's an idiot, racist, on there,
Let them get out
let
in the
'em do
public
it.
square
They'll
and
get
be
eaten
that way,
alive.
man.
Yeah, it's better to have that out there as opposed to, them behind the scenes, still fomenting that crap.
Yeah, I mean, let's parade stupid about, and
Yeah.
if they're stupid, we know they're stupid, and we can guard ourselves accordingly. I mean, I'd rather know somebody's a flaming idiot than to not know and then find out in a detrimental way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I like that Daniel Ufelder's or Grim Reaper's on Twitter.
Yeah,
I know he's a moron.
The neighbors on sad plane.
I don't know what's going on over there, but apparently it's not popular, whatever it is.
So apparently AOC responded to the poll,
Right.
and her tweet was, I don't know, man, last time he was on this platform was used to incite an insurrection. Multiple people died. The Vice President of the United States was nearly assassinated, and hundreds were injured, but I guess that's not enough for you to answer the question. Twitter poll is. Like, none of that is true. Like, literally
Absolutely
nothing
not.
on there is true.
But truth does not matter with the left, man.
No.
They're going to perpetuate their lies and throw those out there.
The Vice President was nearly assassinated.
Right.
What the hell are you... And then she put a video of the Vice President being moved, and, like, everybody's just quietly walking from one room to the next. It was so scary.
Stupid.
It's like retarded.
So
She's
idiotic.
retarded. I can't believe anybody listens to her.
Well, it's just confirmation bias. That's all. I mean, if that's what you want to believe, that's what you want to believe. There's no search for truth or logic or reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cult.
Yeah, it's just, hey, we don't like the same people, or we dislike the same people.
Yeah, and anybody who says something for my side,
Right.
it's gospel.
Mm.
No
Right.
matter what it is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
stupid.
saw an explanation from someone saying that they voted Democrat because in Florida, because they were worried about women's rights and scared that women in Florida could be arrested if they went out of state and had an abortion.
People are so stupid, man.
It's like,
They're absolutely stupid.
I just wrote, like,
You
my,
can actually-
my reply was, tell me you know nothing about jurisdictional law without telling me you know nothing.
And you can actually still have an abortion in Florida. You just
You
can't
can,
do it
right.
after 15 weeks.
Right.
But
It's like-
if you listen to Charlie Chris and Nikki Fried, then,
You deserve what you. Well, I don't know. You're punishing the rest of us with your stupidity. Is what's going on. Good gosh! I mean, the whole democracy and abortion thing, and people voting because they were scared to lose it. Look, we've lost a lot of rights in this country due to the overreach of government, but
Yeah.
we have not.
Because of the people who are worried about their rights being taken away.
I assure you, you never get the chance to vote to keep democracy.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
That's
Doesn't
not
work
how
that
that
way.
That's yeah. That's
if you're
like,
voting, you've got democracy.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get democracy, comes with the barrel of a gun.
Yeah. You are literally practicing democracy when you're voting against getting rid of democracy. So stupid, man. And people fall for that shit. That's what's scary, man. I'm losing my voice, so
Because
y'all
it
forgive me.
sounds great to the ears of the cult.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And hey, you know what? We had a great time filming Wes's music video.
That was a lot of fun, man.
A lot of fun.
I was anxious and apprehensive about it, and we have 2 more scenes to film, and y'all are both in them. So we need to try to get that knocked out in the next couple of days if we can, in the daylight.
Daylight, yeah. Are we gonna have the cameraman coming here? Or this
No, I'm filming this one.
Okay.
Actually, some of the better footage was stuff I filmed.
So, I thought about it afterwards where I was Bucky's onesie up on the stage playing the guitar, and I should have traded out with Russ and played the drone.
Yeah.
And then you could have photoshopped me playing literally everything right behind you.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been great. Hey, man, I'm actually, what I felt like doing today was not much because I'm exhausted from Friday night and playing last
You
night.
had 2 gigs in a row.
Yeah, I had 2 gigs in a row. But I did get up, and because Paul actually got the footage to me pretty quick, and so I've been editing the video most of the day. And,
Probably having fun watching it.
dude, I'm laughing at it. I'm like, this is hilarious. This is great. And I'm also trying to get as much footage of everybody that was there in it,
Right.
because everybody was so cool to come out and do it. But there's really no way to do that and also have the storyline of the video going.
Right.
So if you're watching this and you aren't in the video, the end edited product, I do apologize to you. But there's an opening scene. I had to actually envision a different opening scene, but it's one Paul snuck in there, and it's hilarious. So I'm not going to spoil it on camera.
Well, when we were just doing the cheers with the band and me and Dan, I think I drank a whole beer just.
Yeah, I drank a beer and a half.
Oh man, dude!
I'm not cheering with an empty beer.
Funny thing is that he only sent 1 shot.
That's funny.
Well, he took like 8 of them.
Yeah, right. He only sent 1, and it was good. It was good. Matter of fact, our first look picture is from the toast tonight on this video. So that video, I mean, that first look picture, the icon for this video is actually from the video shoot. I just cropped it in on us 3 since we were all sitting there.
Well, it was funny. We did the first full run through of the song, and me and Dan and John Howard were up there with the "Don't Tread on Florida" flag, like right on the front.
Yeah.
And that Bucky's onesie's it's a love-hate thing because it was really cool because it was cold that night.
Yeah.
And I was warm as hell.
It was hot in that damn
But
rain.
Well, you owned it because after you wore it the whole night, and then when we went to McTie's afterwards, you were wearing it.
Yeah.
There was a guy come up to me and say, "Would you lose a bet?"
Yeah.
Travis like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, I chose to wear this.
Yeah. And so then when you're like, oh, let's get the women up front, I hauled ass outside to cool off because I was pouring sweat.
Yeah, it was hot. Matter of fact, that's why some of the shots I shot, I'm using more than I am the other stage shots because, I mean, it was obvious I'm sweating and my hair is sticking to like right there.
You went hair down.
Yeah, I went hair down for the video, and I was like, damn, I should just put that shit in a ponytail and roll it, But it was a lot of fun, and I was really nervous how it was going to work out, but it worked out. I mean, I'm super enthused
And
about.
people were into it, man. They were into it.
Yeah.
Dude, I've got the closing shot. I will spoil this. Is the crowd screaming at the end of one of the takes? I think it was the last one because they were glad. Sorry, this shit's hot. So everybody's screaming.
Well, pushing everybody up in that one little space with all the bright lights
And too bad there wasn't like audio because the chorus that the crowd was singing was loud.
Oh yeah, it was. And I tried to work that. There's lip syncing
Yeah.
in the video, but I tried to work that in, but it was just without throwing the drummer under the bus. Some of the timing was off in the lip syncing with the playing that he was doing, and it kind of threw everybody else off on a couple of takes. So, which was, he couldn't hear it back there, so it's no big deal.
Me and Russ were having a great time back there.
Yeah, y'all were.
Yeah.
There's one shot that we've got in there where y'all are behind me, and you are just going at it. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I got the picture of you just standing there. with a very disinterested look.
I don't know why. I mean, I was having a great time up there.
It was just like it was just one of those perfect shots.
Right. It took me a moment because the guitar you guys gave me didn't have a strap.
Yeah.
So I was trying to fake like I was playing the guitar, but every time I moved my hand up or down the neck,
It'd slide down
it was
Bucky's
like,
finger.
and it's basically felt, and I'm like, oh my god. So I was like squeezing the hell out of that guitar,
Trying to
have a
keep
good
it from
time.
falling. That's funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was a good time. Well, there's another shot off spool. I've already told y'all about this. Where the crowd's like really into the song, and it's like Florida free, Florida, and then he gets to Travis. He's standing there under God.
It's probably when I was hot and regretting not bringing my beer up front with me.
Probably, yeah. That's understandable.
That did hit me at one point, but man, I am hot, and I did not bring my beer with me.
There you go. But it was a good time. If we shoot another video, it's going to be in a cooler location. I mean,
Right.
temperature wise,
Beach.
or at least at the beach. Yeah.
Oh.
So,
So apparently Amazon
well,
is having a very big Christmas celebration for their employees.
Christmas or holiday?
Christmas.
Okay.
They are laying off 10,000 employees
Oh,
just in time for Christmas.
if Bezos wasn't hated enough already for having money.
Yeah. But they're spinning it that, it's less than 1% of the
Right.
$1.6 million full-time workforce we have. But dude, you're laying off 10,000 employees. And remember the whole robot thing, the Scout or whatever it's
Yeah.
called, where they're going to have robots deliver?
The
That's
drones
scrapped.
and stuff.
That's scrapped.
They scrapped that?
it.
Well, that's what what was it? Thursday, Friday. Everybody was on Twitter because apparently like there was 7,500 Twitter employees, and they're down to like less than 500 now.
Yeah.
And nothing changed.
Right.
Literally nothing changed.
It was like
Literally nothing changed.
Twitter 2K, like it was going to crash, like Y2K. And so the best part about that is it's still up and running, but the memes, especially from the libertarians, are like, he gets rid of 90% of the staff and it still works. Now let's try the government.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's good. Babylon B did one where one of the bosses was talking to one of the Wocast employees, and he's like, "Look, we need to be more productive." And finally, he says, and he used the word work and production. She's like, "Oh, those are my trigger words."
So somebody sent me a video, and I have no idea if it's true or not, but it was Elon Musk talking about he had his assistant create a AI voice generator, and he would, when he was emailing people to be fired, he would email them with a like celebrity's voice. You would open
Like
it up.
Donald Trump?
Yeah, it'd be like Donald Trump, you're fired. Or just like all these different voices. I have no clue if that's real or not.
Well, you
That
saw
would
that
be
one
magic.
podcast he was on where he fired the chick sitting right there next to him.
Yeah.
It's like she was being insubordinate or something. And she's like, "Well, you're fired."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she looks at him. He says, "I'm serious.
Yeah.
You're fired."
Get out.
Oh yeah.
Clear out your desk.
Oh yeah, he's been firing people. He's been firing Twitter employees on Twitter. Like
Right.
Did
it's
see
like
the,
some.
Do you see the video where there was like 5 Twitter employees who apparently didn't respond to his email
Mhm.
of by 5 p.m. Respond by 5 p.m. or that you're gonna get your severance, you're gone. So they're standing in the parking garage. Apparently, I guess at Twitter, and they did a countdown. Like 5, 4, 3, 2, it's 5 o'clock, and like, what are you guys waiting for? Somebody to come out and shoot you? I mean, you like, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's like they did a
Right.
countdown, and they're looking at each other like, well, nothing happened. We're like,
You just
yeah,
lost your
you just
job.
lost your
You
job.
just got fired.
But nobody's going to come out and make it ceremonial.
Right,
right.
I mean, it's like so stupid.
Idiots, man.
Get an AI voice robot of, William Shatner telling you you're fired.
You're fired. That's my best Shatner impression.
See, I sometimes wonder if I was Elon Musk in that situation, would I have handled it differently? And I don't think as public and humiliating as possible.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah.
You deserve.
And you see CBS News, the big corporate one, and then all their stations said, well, we're to reevaluate what's going on with Twitter and, in regards to the safety of our employees, we're going to take a break from Twitter. And then like 36 hours later, they're like, okay, we're back. Like,
Yeah.
morons.
Well, I mean, there's something, like you look at all the the Twitter firings are for a different reason. I mean, Elon's going to come and streamline the thing.
Right.
He's going to turn it into a real business. The Amazon's laying off people, I would assume for the same reason, but not the same scenario.
Well, there's been quite a few mass layoffs here recently.
Well, yeah, and you got Meta, which is Facebook. 11,000 people got laid off there.
Which tells me they expect a recession to come.
Yeah.
Even harder than it is.
Yeah.
And there's a whole lot of people that have jobs that are absolutely worthless at these major companies.
Oh, yeah. There's
Like I sit on conference calls
all
and
kinds
people
of
will
fat.
talk and they'll give their title and I'm like,
What?
what?
Yeah.
What?
Somebody just created that. Like your uncle created that.
Yeah, like your mom sat down and made the coolest title you could think of to.
Yeah.
But I mean, our company eliminated some positions, but I mean, it's again like if you read the positions, it's like that's an actual position in our company. Like who made that?
Right.
Like, who was sitting around like, oh, you know what? We need a senior vice president of toilet paper and crayons.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's so stupid. And what about Ligma Johnson? He brought them back.
So I didn't know that whole story till it brought him back. I just saw Ligma Johnson, and then found out like they weren't really Twitter employees. They just showed up with boxes to act like they were, and then they said their names was Ligma and Johnson.
That's hilarious. Good stuff.
See, it's stuff like that that makes me love social media. The
Yeah.
rest of it's garbage, but
Right.
the memes and then cool stuff like that. But
The memes, the death of Twitter memes were good. Like just watching everybody put a post up there and say, "Well, when Twitter dies, you can find me on whatever
Mastodon or whatever.
XYZ or this social media
Did
site."
you see
Here's
all
my
these
handle.
lefty journalists were posting their link to their Mastodon
No.
accounts, and Elon blocked it where you couldn't click it on Twitter.
He killed the link.
Yes, it's great. Like he's done some stuff that, like me as an amateur Facebook troll, like I would have probably thought about some stuff like that, but I mean it's
He's
high
next
level.
level.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's high level.
He is.
He is definitely next level on that stuff. He cracks me up, man. And he does not give three fucks at all.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he doesn't give a single one.
I mean, when you're the richest man in the world and the government's basically subsidizing your business,
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you have to
which
worry
is what's hilarious to me is that the Biden's DOJ like, oh, maybe we should investigate Elon Musk. Like, well, you've basically subsidized his business to make him the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
You're gonna just investigate yourself. Just walk down the hall
Yeah.
through the Department of Energy and talk to them about it.
Exactly. Or just look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because that's where it's at.
So there's one more story.
What you got?
So you know how we've been told that there's a consensus about climate change? 99% of scientists have agreed.
Yeah, and most of them aren't even climate scientists.
Well, their new poll was out there and it ran for like 2 months, surveying climate scientists, anybody who had a bachelor's degree in meteorology, climatology, physics, geology, or hydrology.
Yeah.
So any weather related science. So they did it, and 41% of them say climate change is complete bullshit.
The guy that founded the
41%.
Weather Channel
Yeah.
says it's complete bullshit.
Well,
Right.
and they said a couple of them were like, literally the climate narrative is absurd, and it's because of trillions of government dollars that are used on green projects, grant-driven academics, and agenda-driven journalists.
Well, I saw a
mean, it's
video somebody
literally
posted
all
on
that.
Twitter from 2001. Some celebrity, I can't remember his names, talking about global cooling. And then
Yeah.
we moved into global warming. And then when you
Well, yeah, because it was the ice age. Remember, it was going to
Yeah.
be the ice age.
next ice age, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was global warming. We're all going to be burned up in
Well, in
the
the
dust.
late 70s, early 80s, it was acid rain.
Oh, I remember.
So
Oh, man, I
ozone
used-
layer, stop
Ozone
spraying
layer. Stop using
aerosols.
hairspray, which I agree with that. I mean, the chicks in the 80s, their hair was.
I mean, that Aquanet, That was.
was actually
There's no way that was good for anybody.
They were buying that in bulk.
So
Yeah,
good, they made
definitely.
a movie out of it.
Yeah.
Musical movie.
Well, they say hire the hair closer to Jesus.
Hey, look, when I was a kid, it was big when the acid rain stuff was starting. And every time it started raining, boy, I'd be scared to death.
Yeah, I'd run in. I'd be like, man, no, I don't want any part of this. My skin's about to melt off. Let me get out of here.
Remember, it was the lumber industry that were going to destroy the tropics or the rainforest.
Amazon
and
rainforest.
Yeah, I mean, it's like every climate hoax that could possibly have peak oil. Like we hit peak oil in the 70s, where like anything we drill now from now on is emptying it. And by the time we hit in the 90s, we're going to be out of oil.
Man,
They're literally.
my truck's in your driveway right now.
Yeah,
It's got both.
we
on.
made it.
Well, now I use hybrid synthetic, but still, and it has gas too. So
Well, literally everything on that car just about is made from petroleum.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And it got here from diesel.
Yes.
yep.
And the plant it was made was powered by either coal or natural gas, most likely. So
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about?
What's that?
The end of Pelosi's reign.
Oh,
well, we got to save something for the podcast. We did have a whole podcast.
yeah, we do that.
2 of them.
tomorrow
All right, so
night.
there's a teaser. We're going to talk about the reign, the end of Pelosi's reign,
Yeah.
tomorrow night on the
And you would not be good in sales. Can't just show up and throw up.
That's why
You got to
I-
save a little in the back.
Gotta keep something in the chamber.
That's why I know my own business.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I saw that. That was one of the things I saw this morning before I went to bed.
and factually accurate.
And factually accurate. So that's our basically our first look at what we're going to be talking about in the driveway. Actually, tomorrow, because it being Thanksgiving week, so we're going to have our first our stream tomorrow night at 6 p.m. It will be available on Facebook, and if I can get some sleep, we may be able to simulcast on YouTube and Rumble. But that's a big if right now. But if I get some sleep, it may not be.
We should simulcast on Mastodon where all those lefty journalists
Yeah,
left
absolutely.
and went to.
I'll check into that. But for Travis and Dan, I am your Uncle Wes, and we will see you tomorrow in the driveway.
Peace.
Wait, I don't need to do that yet.